Is college really necessary for entrepreneurs? We're going to figure that out. Hi, it's Ben Kim, a random college student who wants to become a millionaire before he turns 30, and I'm currently a sophomore in college. I've seen a lot of videos where entrepreneurs say, college is a scam, don't go to college. But on the other side, there are people saying, go to college, it's definitely worth it. And I don't want to be another person to tell you if it's worth it or not, because I'm not really in the position to tell you guys. But I wanted to help you by approaching this problem logically. So let's just go straight to the point. The only reason you should go to college is when the value you're getting from college is greater than the time, energy, and money you're spending into college. I mean, if you're getting less value, why are you going to college? So the focus that we should have is measuring the value and measuring the time, energy, and money, and then compare these two to see which one's greater. Now, the good news is that measuring the time, energy, and value is quite straightforward, because time, if you're going to be a full-time student, it's going to be 4 years. For energy, you will most likely have 12 to 15 credits, spending energy studying exams or quizzes, and you might also involve in clubs. For money, it really depends on the college you're considering, but it's most likely the tuition and the room and board. So now we know the time, energy, and money we're spending into college. We got to figure out how much are we getting from college. And that's the tricky part. And it's not tricky because it's hard to figure it out. It's tricky because it really depends on your value. I believe people who want to be an entrepreneur go to college for different reasons. For example, one can go to college thinking if they fail to be an entrepreneur, at least they have a bachelor degree and have a full-time job later. So it's basically a plan B. On the other hand, there are students who go to college thinking they can get support to make their startup actually legit. And it will probably take me hours to talk about everything. So I want to focus on my experience as what I looked for in college. There are a few factors that I thought would contribute as my value that I would get from college, which are academics, network, resource, and money. Let's go one by one. For academics, I honestly thought I could learn something really valuable from college. Maybe they might have certain knowledge that I can't learn online, but that wasn't really the truth. I'm majoring in the hospitality business and minoring in real estate and entrepreneurship, and for hospitality business itself, you can most likely learn this by yourself. I mean, I'm spending hundreds of dollars on courses that teach me don't say what's up on the first line in the email, which I think that's pretty common sense. However, there are courses that are really helpful, such as statistics, accounting, and economics, specifically economics. But on top of that, I was also looking on the flexibility of academics. Previously, I applied to Cornell University, and eventually I got rejected, but I was thinking, if I did get into Cornell, how much would I be studying? Because as an entrepreneur, you can't spend all the time just studying. You have to spend time on building your startup. So that's something that I feel grateful in this college, that I have a lot of flexibility where I can spend some time in academics and the rest into entrepreneurship. Now, moving on to the second part, which is network, I'm talking about how big is a college, or who can the college reach out to. For example, my college is one of the biggest public schools in the United States. So I see alumni almost in every area. If I'm interested in starting a clothing business, there are alumni who are in clothing business. If I'm interested in cybersecurity, there are alumni in the cybersecurity industry. And also, as a student entrepreneur, I can meet these great entrepreneurs who make millions and millions just because they graduated from our college. And currently, 3 of them are my mentors. So if I really didn't come to this college, I would never meet these mentors, or I would never have a chance to meet these mentors, which could potentially grow me significantly. Moreover, this is not me, but if you go to college, you can also network with other people, your friends, and your friends can potentially be a co-founder, but that really wasn't the case for me. Now, moving on to the third factor, it's really how much resource does a college have. For example, it's almost everyone's homework to study the market or the trend as an entrepreneur. And you can't just do this by yourself, you have to use the internet. And there are websites out there that provide you significant information, such as Wall Street Journal, Mintel, Statista, IBIS World, etc. But the problem is that these websites are not free. I don't know about other websites, but Statista specifically, you have to pay a few $100s for a PDF file or to enroll in a plan. But the good thing about my college or other college as well is that sometimes they partner with these websites, which make them free for students. So all the websites that I just described are completely free for me. I mean, the amount of monetary value I downloaded from Statista is probably tens and thousands of dollars, but I really spent no money at all. So in that case, since the college had so many partnerships, I benefited so much as an entrepreneur. And also in entrepreneurship department there are interns who we can request to help us. For example, I'm building a social media app and I need to learn the digital laws. Then there is a legal intern who can help me to understand the digital law. If I need a graphic designer to help me design a vertical banner, I can request the graphic designer to help me. If I need help in coding, there are interns in that area who can help me. So there's so many resources that I can actually get help from. Now, the last factor that I consider is how much money do they support you? Now, for they, this could be the college or the entrepreneurship department. If I can give you an example, in this college, there's an entrepreneurship competition competition that is held once a year. And in this competition, you can win up to $15,000. And I don't know about you guys, but $15,000 for one single student startup seems like a big deal. And just because you didn't get first place doesn't mean you get no money. The second place gets $10,000. But not only the competition itself, if you enroll in their startup program, you can get reimbursed with most of the expenses you spend. For example, if I need to spend $300 for marketing, I can request them to reimburse me so I spend no money at all. Currently, there's a student startup in our college that spends about $2,000 just from data cloud service like AWS. And they spent $0 on that, and the entrepreneurship department paid everything. So really, I have the flexibility in academics where I can even get a bachelor degree. I have the network, I have the resource, and I get the money. And these are the values that I get from the college. Whereas I have to spend 4 years of my life in college, spend a few hours studying for quizzes or exams, and so far I spent about $25,000 for the first 2 years I've been here. If I compare the value I'm getting from college and the time, energy, and money I'm spending into college, I believe I'm getting more value from college than what I'm spending into, which it is a positive return on my investment. And again, I'm not making this video just to convince you guys to go to college. It really depends on why you want to go to college, what you expect to get from college, how much time, energy, and money are you going to spend in that college. So I would definitely recommend to do your research and compare these two. And I also created this video targeting entrepreneurs. So if you want to go to med school or law school, this is not the right video for you. So I hope this video helped you to think, is college really necessary for entrepreneurs? And leave it in the comments if you have any questions. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.